Perhaps I gambled too recklessly with Elmer. I've since had cause to wonder. But there were things that I could not foresee as well as Elmer. Suffice it to say that after my acquittal, with $100,000 from Robert's estate, I moved into another city and took up my life again under another name. That there is Laura Starling. I met and married Charles Norton, a charming and eccentric man of twice my age, whose genius as a research chemist accounted not only for those qualities which endeared him to me, but for a very considerable personal fortune as well. But my conscience bothered me not in the least, and I was quite happy, and that as the years went by, I had seen, I thought, the last of Elmer. Charles! Oh, Charles!
Yes, my dear.
I have your coffee.
Coffee?
Well, you said you wanted coffee. It's ready now.
No, but I have some coffee.
Well, you took that out there 3 hours ago. Now come in and get your coffee.
Yes, in a moment, my dear, as soon as I finish here.
Charles, you come out of that smelly laboratory and have your coffee. Besides, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll be right in.
And bring that other coffee cup with you.
Yes. There. Now, what's all this about surprise?
Look.
What? Oh, yes. I seem to have left my glasses in the laboratory.
Charles, you're simply priceless.
Why, it's a cake.
It's a cake, yes. This is our anniversary, darling. Our 4th anniversary.
It is? Oh, why, so it is. Oh, Laura, this is so thoughtful of you. I'm afraid I'm hopeless, my dear. I know it's the husband who should be thoughtful, but
You're just you, darling. Now sit down and relax for a while.
Oh, yes. Oh, here's your cup.
Thank you. Charles, what's in that cup?
Coffee.
Charles, I'm sure that even in the atomic age, coffee does not come in the form of white crystals.
Hmm? Oh, yes. I finished my coffee, and I was doing some other things then.
Charles, what is it?
Thiochlorate. You see, at the moment, I'm testing...
Charles.
What?
Why, that's deadly poison.
Well, so it is. You see, the thylacine radical follows its tendency
Charles,
to...
I wish you wouldn't mix things up in the cups and dishes that way. It's dangerous.
Dangerous?
Well, suppose you got the cups mixed up. Suppose you drank it.
Good heavens, Laura. Half the stuff we use in chemistry is dangerous if you go to drink it, but who's going to do that? It's like, like eating soap. You wash your hands with it every day, but who'd think of eating it?
Well, now, you take that cup right back out to the laboratory and empty it and wash it out.
Well, all right.
Charles?
Yes?
I was wondering, since it's our anniversary...
Yes?
Let's go out to dinner and celebrate.
Why, yes. Yes, I think that's a splendid idea. Oh, my goodness.
What?
I completely forgot. My brother's coming to see us today.
Your brother?
Well, my half-brother.
Charles, I didn't know you had a brother.
Oh, didn't you? Well, you see, he's been in the army for almost 5 years. He just got back a short time ago. Got wire yesterday saying he's passing through town and he'd like to see me. So I thought...
Does he know you're married?
Why, I suppose he doesn't. As a matter of fact, we've never been very close. Neither of us much letter writing, so on. But he's the only relative I've got.
And all the sympathy I've wasted on you because I thought you were an orphan or something.
Oh, I was, practically.
When's he coming?
Why, this afternoon sometime, I think. Well, I guess there's your answer. I am sorry, my dear.
Why, Charles, that's all right. Maybe your brother would like to go out and celebrate with us.
Well...
Right in here, sir.
Hello there.
Hello, Charlie.
Come in. And I want you to meet my wife. Laura, this is my brother, Elmer.
There was no doubt that it was Elmer. There was no doubt but what he recognized me. And there was no doubt in my mind as to how he intended to play his hand this time either. For he gave no public sign of recognition, but simply looked straight at me and smiled and smiled and smiled.
So, you've gone into private practice, eh, Elmer? Criminal law, I suppose?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's no appreciation in this country of men who hold public office, financially at least.
You always did have your eye on the dollar, didn't you?
What about your racket, Charlie? What have you been up to?
Oh, just puttering around here in my laboratory.
You mean right here at home?
Oh, of course. Oh, I guess that's new since you were here last.
Well, there's a lot that's new since I was here last.
Yes, it's right in there. Right through those doors.
Yeah. Isn't that sort of a nuisance for a wife, or isn't it?
Not in the least. Why should it be?
Oh, now, Laura, don't try to cover up my feelings. Just before you came, she was scolding me for carrying thiochlorate around in the family coffee cups.
Well, now, isn't that interesting? Isn't that a coincidence?
Why?
I was just thinking what a fine setup for a murder. Somebody poisons a chemist in his own laboratory. It looks just like an accident. It's neat, huh?
You'll find that Elmer has a morbid mind, my dear. He used to try people for murder back in Illinois.
Oh, I tried some beauties, too. Well, I've got to get along. Sorry I can't accept your invitation for tonight.
Well, but you are staying over for a few days.
Oh, yes. I'll see you again. Soon.
Well, good.
Oh, don't bother to come to the door with me, Charlie. I know you want to get back to work.
Well, as a matter of
perhaps
fact,
Laura will, huh? Give us a little chance to get acquainted.
Why, yes, of course.
Well, call us, Elmer, don't forget.
Oh, you can depend on it, Charlie. Well. Little Laura Williams.
What do you want?
What do you think old Charlie would say if he knew?
I asked you a question.
I suppose he'd go on loving you in his own peculiar fashion. It'd never be quite the same now, would it? There'd always be that little gnawing down, huh? I'm afraid things would be kind of under strain around here, Laura.
You do have a price, I suppose.
I might. By the way, why are you so eager to pay it this time?
I'm happy here. I'm at peace with myself and the world. I don't want anything to change.
No other reason?
What other reason would there be?
I suppose all this property would go to you in the event of another little accident, huh?
You don't really believe that.
The motive and the means. Money and poison.
How much, Elmer?
No, you've got me wrong, Laura. I don't want money.
When did that happen?
Does it ever occur to you that I might simply be interested in my brother's welfare?
No. All that has occurred to me so far is to wonder why I had to pick the one man in the world who's related to you.
You want to hear my proposition?
I'm waiting.
The motive and the means. Well, there's always the means for an intelligent person such as you, Laura, but if we took away the motive...
The motive?
The money. The will. No motive, no temptation, you see?
I see.
And in a way, of course, that's for your own protection, too, because if Charlie ever so much as slipped on a banana peel and you inherited that money, there isn't a jury in the world that wouldn't convict you, Laura, simply on your past record. You realize that, don't you?
Yes.
So, you see, no motive and no case either, you see?
What do you want me to do?
Get him to change his will.
In favor of his only living relative, I presume.
Uh-huh. That's me.
And then?
Well, that's all. You're in the clear, because after that, Charlie couldn't suspect you even if I told him. He probably wouldn't believe it. Throw me out of the house for persecuting his little bride. Maybe even change his will right back again, you see?
All right.
You can do it, can't you?
I suppose so.
Oh, I know you can. I know you'd better.